Hello, party people. How are you? We have a different type of setup going on. So I'm here on my phone live, and then I have the screen over here where I'll be going back and forth between slides. Give me a two in the chat if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. If you can't, then I have to take these headphones out. But let me know if you can hear me okay in the chat. Let me know. Let your girl know. Let me know if you can hear me. Hi, hello, how are you? Thank you guys again for joining me today. I want us to hop right into this. All right, today I want to get deep, deep. Here we go. Here you guys go. Hello, family. Hello. Yes, you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. So we're getting super nerdy today. Okay, today I want to end these conversations once and for all. We talk so much about keratin treatments versus relaxers. We're breaking that down today. We talk about K19 versus OLAPLEX today. I'm going to give you proof that not only is K19 or K18 not better than OLAPLEX, but guess what, y'all? They owned by the same people. So today I want us to once and for all end the combativeness. I want us to end the going back and forth. I want us to end all the constant need to like, this product is better and this product is better, because today, again, I'm going to prove to you, barefaced and all, I just got a little bit of mascara on. We are going to get into it. So real quick, give me your one if you know that OLAPLEX and K18 is owned basically by the same people. Give me a two, real quick. Give me a two. No, I said give me a one. Whatever number I said. Good afternoon. How are you? Let me know. Whatever number I said. Let me know if you knew that. OLAPLEX and K18, K19, whatever you call it, owned by the same people. And let me prove it to you real quick. We jumping right into this, all right? And we will have a portion at the end where you guys can come and ask as many questions as you want. All right. But we're going to start off with OLAPLEX versus K18, because one of the main reasons that I get irritated is because we don't do research for ourselves. And because we don't do research for ourselves, we are easily manipulated. Like, nobody should be arguing about what's better between K18, let me see, Lord, so I can stop saying the wrong thing. Okay. Is K18 owned by OLAPLEX? Both brands are a part of the same parent company. Both brands are a part of the same parent company. The editor and investment community frequently draw comparison between K18 and OLAPLEX, which drew quickly and recently went public in an IPO that valued the company at more than $15 billion. But even these investors, right, they say that the science is different behind every product, behind each product. Hold on, let me take this comment off the screen really quick, and then I'm going to explain what this means. All right, it says the science behind the product is different. This is one of the people who bought it. Now let's be very clear. All right, let's get into some facts. And when you know business, this conversation is really easy to have and everything is really easy to understand, because trust and believe, people with money, the amount of money that these businesses paid for OLAPLEX or that paid for that other company, they're not buying two of the same companies twice. They're not. All right, I'm gonna put this on the screen for you one more time for anybody that's coming in new. Any video that you watch that is comparing OLAPLEX and K18 together is propaganda. Do you hear me? They're owned by the same company. Both brands are a part of the same parent company. They're a part of the same parent company. Do your research to find out exactly what that means. All right. So let's get right into that. So what is the difference, right? What is the difference between, and we'll not, as you can see, we're gonna get into keratin treatments and all of that. All right. But what is K18? Period. Right? Now, let's be very clear. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that I don't like K18. I'm not saying, oh, this product is better or not as good. That's not what I'm doing, my love. That's not what I'm doing at all. Because I personally believe that not necessarily one product is better, but one is formulated to do more than the other one does. So K18 is a leave-in treatment mask. Underline that word. It's a leave-in treatment mask that counteracts damage. So it tackles damage after it's already done. It doesn't do anything to prevent the damage from happening, but it does have polypeptides. Its technology is a polypeptide that helps to link bonds back together, but it does nothing in prevention. And the product does not work if you have conditioner on your hair. So the only way that the product is going to work is if your hair is free of products. So by scientific fact, understanding how molecules work, all right? This is a polypeptide. All right, that's what K18 is. It's a polypeptide that works after the damage is already done, but it does nothing in prevention. And the molecule in K18 is not small enough to beat your conditioner. You can't use K18. K18 won't work if you already have conditioner in the hair, right? So it simply is not the same thing, all right? But it does use its patent peptide technology. A peptide is a lot different than the molecule that OLAPLEX has, all right? And it helps to restore broken chains. So it helps again after the damage is already done. Now, again, OLAPLEX and K18 are owned by the same parent company. Now, OLAPLEX's molecule is a molecule created by OLAPLEX itself, and this molecule that OLAPLEX is helps you to prevent the damage from happening before your product even activates. So it's the scientific fact that this molecule activates faster and it begins working on the hair shaft faster than your formulation can activate. For example, when you are doing hair color, right? When you're doing hair color in any way, shape, or form, you would mix a developer first with the pigment. So the way the OLAPLEX works, OLAPLEX is going to work within, you mix it within the your formulation. Once your formulation is already mixed, then you put the portion of the OLAPLEX in, right? So then you put the product on your hair. The OLAPLEX being present in the hair starts to rebuild and protect the bonds that are within the hair shaft, right? Before the actual relaxer is starting to work, before the actual color starts to work. So that's how it goes. So to compare K18 and OLAPLEX really doesn't make any sense because they're two different products. Now, I left you guys a link to the article in the description box, right? And within that article in the description box, it shows you the comparison that the owners make of K18 and OLAPLEX. And within the article, again, it's in the description box already. Within that article, it also tells you how they know how TikTok is the thing that took K18 viral, because y'all keep making these comparison videos. And I want you to notice something. As long as OLAPLEX has been out, you guys have never noticed a day where OLAPLEX is like, OLAPLEX better than this brand, better than this. They're not doing it. And you also don't notice them competing with each other because they're owned by the same company. You guys, again, so far, before we move on, because now we moving on to Keratin. So does anybody have any questions before we move on from K18 and OLAPLEX? But I just want y'all to understand. It's K18. I got you confused. So yeah, just let me know if anybody has any questions. We'll circle back if you don't. You said it wasn't clear on the screen. Sorry. Are things clear on the screen, y'all? Or is it hard for you to see? I don't want to move on if it's like hard for y'all to see. I move some stuff around. As y'all can see, I didn't do too much cleaning up in my background. It's clear for you. Okay, good. My leave-in Brazilian keratin. Should I use it for the 7-day challenge journey? Okay, so we gonna go right into keratin then. It's clear. Okay. So yeah. So you guys don't notice, I'm never like, oh, screw K18. Like, I don't feel like that. But you won't see me switch from OLAPLEX to K18. Why? Because they're owned by the same people, which we just talked about. Give me a 2 if you want me to put it on the screen. All right. So they're owned by the same people. These two brands are not in competition with each other, but having all of these videos go viral of people comparing the two products together. Oh, I'm not using OLAPLEX anymore because I'm using this. It helps both brands to make money. Like at the end of the day, but most professional cosmetologists that know what they're doing aren't really switching over because we understand that they're two completely different products. The polypeptide that K18 is only works after the job is done, after damage is done. It does nothing in prevention, whereas OLAPLEX starts to rebuild the bonds within your hair shaft before your activator, before your lightener or anything begins to work. And again, there's no need for y'all to make videos comparing the two products because the company itself doesn't compare the two. The company itself says that the science on both are very different. One works at prevention and at upkeep and maintenance, and then the other one only works in maintenance. Like OLAPLEX does everything that K18 does, plus it works in prevention. So for me, it's OLAPLEX. It's an easy win for me. Now, whatever you decide to do as a professional is your thing because every professional has their own what am I freezing? There we go. Every professional has their own personal way of doing business, having products and stuff like that. Exactly. Both products are great. It's not a big deal. And this is the thing. There's no reason to compare. The reason that I don't do a whole bunch of versus videos is because that's a consumer type thing or a YouTube type thing, because if you in the industry, you know that OLAPLEX and K18 are the same company. They're owned by the same people, the same set of investors are invested in both companies. One, and then the both companies say they're completely different technologies. These brands are not in competition with each other. Only people who are making the content are in competition with each other for views, but there's no competition. Now, is everybody good? Because we are about to move on to keratin treatments. Give me a 2 if you've heard of keratin treatments before. Again, my intention is to let you guys know the difference between products. I'm not here to tell you what's better than the other, what you should or shouldn't do. You can do whatever you want to do. All right. I'm just here giving you the information. When you add OLAPLEX to your color, does it knock the strength down a notch? Only if you do the formulation wrong. So if you know what you're doing and you know how to formulate color, absolutely not. It will not knock it. It's a certain amount of OLAPLEX that you have to use. If you use too much of any molecule, it'll do more harm than good. Just like if you use too much OLAPLEX, it will the molecule itself will overpower the molecule that is the color, because like I just said, the Olaplex molecule starts working faster than your color works. So if you use too much of the Olaplex molecule, then the molecule will overpower the hair color because it's protecting your hair against that hair color. All right. So let's move along. We're moving on to keratin treatments. All right. I already asked if everybody knew what keratin treatments were. All right. So now this is the thing. Before I hop into what keratin treatments are, let's talk about porosity. Give me a two real quick if you can hear me. I need you to give me a two to let me know that you can hear me now that I'm not on the screen. Real quick before we start going. Or three. Give me a three because it's already a bunch of twos. So give me a three if you can hear me real quick. All right. So let's talk about porosity. We already know we have high porosity, normal porosity, and low porosity. High porosity hair is a cuticle that is high and lifted, a little more lifted, a lot looser, all right? But none of these are better than the other. They just have different properties, just like our skin tones have different properties, different levels of melanin. Like it's just different. It's just different. The formation is just different, all right? I myself have high porosity hair. High porosity hair is the cuticle, and this is so important. Please remember this. Understanding porosity is going to help you understand keratin treatments. All right. So, and I know it's a misspelled word right here. This is my rough draft, and I use my rough draft for YouTube. I love y'all. Sorry. Anyway, so high porosity hair is a cuticle that is already a little loose. The cuticle is a little loose, right? And then normal porosity hair, it has a more relaxed cuticle. Relaxed meaning it doesn't like, and that doesn't, when we say relaxed, we're not talking about relaxers like the texture, right? We're talking about the actual cuticle. So it's a relaxed cuticle. When it opens, when it needs to open, it closes when it needs to close, right? Low porosity hair has a tightly aligned cuticle. Hear me. Everybody, write that down. Whether you are low, high, or medium porosity, it does not matter. Write this down. Low porosity hair features a tightly aligned cuticle. Tightly aligned cuticles, all right? So that is what low porosity hair is. Now, we need to get into what keratin treatments are in the first place. Most people would say, oh, well, I don't want to get a relaxer. I'm going to do a keratin treatment instead, because most people think that a keratin treatment or a relaxer are, the same thing, and they are not. A keratin treatment and a relaxer are not the same thing in any way, shape, or form, you guys. In any way, shape, or form. Let's get into it. So, keratin treatment. A keratin treatment is a sealant, period. And this is the definition. So I want y'all to go ahead and try to read that. If you can, take a screenshot of it, make it bigger on your screen. A keratin treatment is a sealant. Period. It does not treat your hair. It doesn't do anything. It is a sealant, a protein-based sealant that mimics the same type of keratin that your hair is made of. Your hair is made of keratin. So a keratin treatment mimics the protein that your hair already is. So a keratin treatment is literally a permanent protein treatment. Well, a slightly permanent protein treatment that you literally cook into the hair. That's what a keratin treatment is. Now, there's only one group of people that should get keratin treatment, all right? One group of people. Well, two groups of people. And no, one group of people, athletes. Athletes are the only people that I recommend keratin treatments to. Why? Most women, like let's say swimmers for an example, when any salon that I worked at, the majority of the women that came in to get keratin treatments were athletes. Swimmers for an example. The main reason that you're not supposed to wash your hair right after you get a keratin treatment is because it will take some of that sealant off. The sealant needs like 72 hours to solidify on the hair shaft. That's why you can't wash it off, because you can wash that sealant off. But the problem is people try to make keratin treatments their lifetime thing, where in reality it's something that should only be seasonal for you. Most people that are athletes that get keratin treatments, for example, like I said, it was a lot of swimmers that I would know that would get keratin treatments, and that's because they're in and out of chlorine all day, every day. And chlorine does the same thing to your hair shaft that lightener does, right? It does the same exact thing to your hair shaft that lightener does, which is opens the cuticle and removes pigment. That's why you'll notice that if somebody has their hair colored and then they get in chlorine, they'll get out and their hair will be green, or it'll be different colors. And that's because the cuticle has been raised and lifted and pigment has been pulled out, because chlorine does the same thing that lightener does. Do not take my word for it. Google it yourself. Chlorine versus hair lightener. They're the same thing. All right. So when you swim, getting a keratin treatment is excellent. Why? Because a keratin treatment is a sealant. That's all it's doing. So for the most part, a whole lot of people will be like, oh my God, like they swear by keratin treatments. And the first time I ever said anything about it, who were like, no, you're a liar, you're wrong about keratin. And then if you go back to the video where I talked about keratin treatments, you can see all of the women who were talking crap to me. They all like, you right. Now I'm starting to see what you're talking about. Oh my God, you were right. Hair weathering does take a while. What do I do now? So again, I'm not speaking against keratin treatments, but what I'm doing is giving you the pros and cons, because if you are not a person that's washing your hair on a daily basis, you're literally just cooking layers of protein into your hair. That's all you're doing. Your hair is protein. Keratin is the protein that your hair is made of. Getting a keratin treatment is literally just cooking a layer of artificial protein on top of the hair shaft. Okay? So, initially, keratin treatments, I don't have a problem with them, right? So what I'm saying, I'm not saying, keratin treatments are bad. No. Because at the end of the day, keratin treatments were meant to help you retain moisture. And let's talk about moisture in a second. But first, let's go into Frizz, because this was the main objective of keratin treatments. And anybody who tells you different doesn't know what they're talking about. Keratin treatments are not new. They are not from the last couple of years. They are way past 10 years old. Keratin treatments have been out for the longest time. But at the beginning, the original purpose of a keratin treatment was to control frizz. So what is frizz? Frizzy hair happens when the cuticle layer of your hair is raised. We just got done talking about the cuticle, all right? It's done, blah, 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 blah. Frizzy hair happens when the cuticle layer of your hair is raised, which allows moisture to pass through and swell the strands. Okay, but what is the cuticle layer? Didn't we just talk about that? We just talked about what the cuticle layer was. Keratin treatments were made as a sealant. Hey, they were made as a sealant to put a layer on top of the hair shaft to control frizz, because all frizzy hair is raised cuticles. So keratin treatments, I'm going back to our thing. Keratin treatments were presented to help women with really, really frizzy hair. It's not about erasing, but originally keratin treatments were not created for or targeted at Black women in any way, shape, or form. Keratin treatments were created for women with naturally frizzy hair who are washing their hair every day, but it's still super duper frizzy. So they would get keratin treatments. Women with naturally straight hair, whatever race you want to attach to that, would get keratin treatments, not to straighten their hair. Their hair was already straight. Their hair is already naturally straight. So this isn't, oh, getting a keratin treatment on top of a relaxer. No, you're getting a keratin treatment on top of hair that is already naturally straight or wavy to keep the frizz controlled, to keep the cuticle flat. So even when, for a second, when I was doing it before, I was like, okay, before I stopped doing it in the salon, I only did it for a couple of months. I was only giving it to my clients with high porosity hair because that's who it's for. If you have extremely high porosity hair and you wash your hair all the time, a keratin treatment is great for you because it helps you to keep your cuticle laid flat and it helps you to keep the cuticle relaxed a little bit, right? So that way you're not having extremely frizzy hair. And then it washes out after a while, but it's not washing out if you only washing your hair once a month or if you only wash your hair once every 2 weeks. No, when they said it washes out, that was going based on a woman who they know is washing their hair every day or a woman who's washing her hair every other day. So that's where treatments come in. So again, keratin treatments are for a small group of women, but there's also a big group of women that shouldn't get it because a keratin treatment is a sealant, and we understand that low porosity hair is a hair shaft that is already containing really tight cuticles, really tight cuticles. So why would you seal a hair shaft that has cuticles that are already too tight? That makes no sense. That's why keratin treatments are not for everybody. And I think the problem that we have is instead of us learning the science of our hair, anytime we want to do something, we think that we can go in there and hack it. Like, okay, even though it says I'm not supposed to do this, there's a hack for that. But see, hacks only last for a minute. Hacks lead to weathering because a hack has no foundation, it has no stability, so it can't be long term. It can't be long term. All right, you guys go ahead and start asking your questions, and then we are going to move on from keratin to our very next thing. But go ahead and ask your questions. We're not going to be on here too long. Sorry if it looks like it's weird because I'm like, my phone is right here. This will be crack-a-lacking on right here. And then my computer is right here. All right. And so again, the thing that really gets everybody confused, in my opinion, is everybody's over obsession with moisture and retaining moisture. So this is not a rhetorical question. This is not a rhetorical question. I really need a couple of y'all to give me an answer really quick. What is your definition of moisture? And how do you think you get moisture? And is water the only way that you think your hair can retain moisture or get moisture? What does moisture mean to you? I know I need some more moisture in this cup. I know that. I know that. I know I need some more moisture in this cup. I know that. And again, I'm give you some time to comment, but as you are in here, I want you to let me know if any of these are you while we're here. These are the issues that I'm going to deal with. I told myself we'll do at least an hour today. All right, we're only 30 minutes, pushing 30 minutes into. So let me know if any of these are you, and if you need my help with anything today, let me know. Let me know. Here we go. Here we go, sugar. Hold on, let me get this stuff off the screen so you can see me seeing you. Okay. You said I have low porosity hair and I bought a leave-in conditioner with Brazilian keratin. Should I return it? Yes, you should. This is why because this is the thing. Hair care is easy. Shopping for hair products is easy. But this is where, and this isn't coming at you or nothing like that. This is a perfect example of why knowing your hair's profile helps you. So you can keep it if you want, but if you were to keep it, you'll notice your hair breaking more. Even if your hair feels silky for a minute, you'll notice your hair beginning to feel drier and more brittle because your cuticles already tight. The only purpose of protein is to strengthen. Like a bodybuilder, that's what they do. They drink them protein so they can get their weight up. They beefing up. The only reason you do protein is to strengthen. So no, you already have low porosity hair. Take that back. Loving the look today. Oh, you loving the I ain't trying. This my I ain't trying look. I ain't got no eyebrow on. I ain't got no oil control. My nose shiny and greasy. My eyebrows ain't traced. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Does frizz cause damage to the hair strand that is consistently open and closing? Hopefully my question makes sense. It does make sense, but no. Like, does frizz cause damage? Like, the thing is, if your cuticle is always opening, you need to then go to the drawing board, and instead of you trying to make the cuticle close, you need to figure out why it's always open. If somebody keep breaking into your house because your doors is open, are you gonna go be focusing on just sitting in your house with the guns with all the doors unlocked, or are you gonna go lock all the doors? Like, so you have to really, really focus on what the cause is. Focus on why your hair is always frizzy. There's a reason why your hair is always frizzy. I have extremely high porosity hair. I don't have frizzy hair. And I'm not saying it like that, but I don't have frizzy hair, and I have high porosity hair. So just because you have high porosity hair doesn't mean that you have frizzy hair. All right? No, water is not the only way for my hair to get moisture. It's a part. Moisture to me means soft and not tangled. Okay, boo, but that ain't what it means. It just means that it's soft and not tangled. Cause that's but let's keep going. Burning scalp. You've been dealing with burning scalp. Your hair, thin hair around the left side, single strand knots, soft nodule. I just have weak edges, not growing as fast as the rest of my hair. Thinning. Casing, in your opinion, is an amino acid treatment better for the hair than heat train? No, it is not. They are all the same. Silk amino acid treatment, keratin treatment, all of that is putting a layer of a product on top of your hair. That's all it's doing. That's all it's doing. It's not better for your hair. It's not treating your hair. And it just gives you a couple of extra days to not have to wash your hair. It just makes it just instead of you blow drying your hair and it taking you 35 minutes, it'll take you 20 minutes. I'm just being real. Mind you, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I'm not anti hairstylist. What you mean? I'm not anti hairstylist. Keratin treatments are not new. I have had my license for 19 years. Keratin treatment was out. I got my first training for a keratin treatment when I was still in cosmetology school. And I've had my license for 19 years. They're not new. They just trying to make it seem new to black women because black women don't listen to other black women. You think other black women who telling you don't do that are hating on the other people that's doing it. No. Keratin treatments have been around for years, and most African American hairstylists didn't do it because they knew that long term it's not good for our hair. Why? Because a keratin treatment is a sealant. Like, look, for the people who just not coming in here, a keratin treatment is an effective sealer. It is a sealer. It seals and puts a layer on top of the hair shaft. So that's where it becomes the issue, right? Because people, I'm gonna get to the rest of y'all questions in a minute. It becomes the issue because the rest of the world gets so confused, and you want to compare a relaxer to a keratin treatment when they are two completely different products. A keratin treatment is a sealant. It puts a coating on top of the hair shaft. A relaxer goes into the hair shaft and restructures your bonds. And then after it restructures the bonds, the professional knows when to stop the restructuring process and then neutralize your hair and put it in that new structure permanently. So they're two completely different products, two completely different processes. A keratin treatment is just simply putting artificial keratin over your hair shaft. That's it. Artificial protein. Keratin is protein. So a keratin treatment is another word for protein treatment. I don't care what anybody says. And go ask a specialist that does keratin treatments. They're going to tell you, yeah. A keratin treatment is a glorified protein treatment, which only people with high porosity hair should get. Period. All right. And a chemical relaxer breaks the bonds down. And see, in this article, Guru one, you guys will have these PDFs, the edited version of these PDFs. You guys will get these tomorrow in your email. So Guru 101, Guru Elite, and Guru VIP. Check your emails tomorrow. But when we are talking about these, like I just pointed out two different components. So sodium hydroxide is what pulls the bonds apart and helps to restructure them. Whereas the other active ingredients within keratin treatments, one of them being formaldehyde, there's a lot of different ones, but the main ingredient is formaldehyde. And the thing is, a lot of these brands, it says, oh, without formaldehyde, but what y'all don't know is the other word that they're using is formaldehyde too. Like a lot of them still have formaldehyde in it. And then even if it doesn't have formaldehyde in it, y'all have to understand, if they take a product out of something, if they take something out, whatever they put in it to replace it is going to be equally as damaging because it has to do the same job. But it's not going to do that exact thing because the thing that made formaldehyde bad didn't really have anything to do with the effects on the hair. When they stopped us because I was licensed to do keratin treatments until it got X'd out, and I was like, I'm straight. The thing in it when they X'd it out because of the formaldehyde was the effect that it had on us, on the cosmetologist or on the hairstylist, not on the client. It was on us because we were sitting there breathing in all those fumes every day. But it didn't have anything to do with the actual customer. All right. So that is the difference. Hold on, I'm gonna get to. Yeah, so to answer your question, in my opinion, and y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I didn't offer the services when I was standing behind the chair. And if I was still standing behind the chair, there are services that I wouldn't offer. Why? Because I'm not that type of hairstylist. Not saying that the hairstylists that do those treatments are bad. That's not what I'm saying. I believe in teaching you how to manage your hair and become your own guru without me. I don't ever want my clients to be dependent on me because if you're dependent on me, you undo my work. Like I grow your hair back, and because you can't function and you don't know what to do with your hair without me, your hair falls out, and then everything that I've done over the years, I have to redo. So I never ever wanted my clients to be dependent on me. And when you get a keratin treatment, a silk amino treatment, like none of these are new. Every last one of them are putting a coating on your hair. And if you decide to do it still, if you do not have high porosity hair, or you don't wash your hair every day, it's ridiculous. Do relaxers cause cancer? The relaxers that y'all have been doing at home yourself, maybe, but I don't think so. And I already did a video on that. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. This video is going to be a lot like that video, because I'm not being disrespectful to you, but I'm really tired of having that conversation. Really tired of having that conversation. So I'm going to, just like I'm tired of having these conversations. So I'll leave the link to that video for you, and I answered that question in grave detail, just like I did today. Hey, boo. I am a Muslim. I wear my hair covered every day, and noticing around where the scarf ties in the front is very thin, shorter than the rest of my hair. What can I put on my hair to help this? I'm not being disrespectful, but nothing, babe. What do you mean, to help your hair from thinning out or to help it grow back? Because for something that you put on your hair to work to grow it back, it's not going to help, because you are a Muslim woman, you're going to keep wearing that scarf on your head. So the only thing you can really do is maybe put something else, like maybe a silk or a satin, something in between your edges and where you tie the scarf. But my love, there's nothing you can do, because even if I tell you something that you could do to make your hair grow back faster, you're still going to be doing the same thing that caused the hair to fall out in the first place. So it's not going to help. I heard a silicone mix is not new. Silicone mix has been out longer than I've had my cosmetology license. It's not new. And I'm not saying it like to you. You're not supposed to know. It has been out forever. It's literally it's exactly what it sounds like. It's some thick silicone-based shampoos that put a coating on your hair shaft. That's it. And the reason that I asked y'all what moisture was, the reason that these brands keep playing y'all, and then we're gonna move on, because I'm a broken record with this, is because y'all don't understand scientific lingo. And because y'all don't understand scientific lingo, they can play you easy. Like easy is easy. And that's why I asked y'all, what was y'all definition of moisture? Like what do you think moisture is? Moisture is water or other liquid diffused in a small quantity as vapor within a solid or condensed on a surface. Moisture is not just water. It said moisture is water or other liquids diffused. So moisture comes in different forms. You can get moisture from water. So the water, when we're talking about water being good for hair care, that's the water that you drink. That's the water that you drink. All right. This is the water that we are drinking and ingesting into our body. That's the water that we're talking about, not on our hair. Water on your hair is breaking your hydrogen bond. So when we're talking about moisture on the hair shaft, that moisture is coming from the follicle. It's coming from sebum, water or other liquid. That other liquid is sebum. So the hair shaft doesn't need water. Water and oil don't even mix. And the sebum is within your follicle. It needs to travel down the hair shaft, but it's a fact water and oil don't mix. So to have your hair saturated in oil makes it impossible for the substance that God made to go down your hair shaft to come out, because water and oil don't mix. Does that make sense? Please give me a 5 if that makes sense. So that's why it's so much confusion when they like Black women need moisture. We need moisture. We need moisture. We need moisture. And y'all go get water and put water in your hair. No, that's not it. That's how you get hydro fatigue. Because when you add water, you break the bonds. And when you break the hydrogen bonds, you make the cuticle swell. And when the cuticle swells, the follicle swells. And when the follicle swells repeatedly, hydro fatigue sets in. That's how it goes, y'all. Moisture is not water. Moisture, as it pertains to hair, is the sebum. Moisture is water or other liquids diffused in small quantities as vapor within a solid or condensed on a surface. That is moisture. Moisture is not water, y'all. I love y'all so much, but that's where the divide comes, because you like, okay, I gotta fix my hair. Let me spray it with water. I gotta moisturize. So then you spray it with water, and you think that the more prevalent your hair is with product, the better it is. Well, anybody with healthy hair will tell you, when their hair is the most moisturized, you don't feel anything when you touch it. Hair is not supposed to feel slippery. You're not supposed to touch hair and see oil on your hands. You're not supposed to be able to touch and feel product. If you can feel product on your hair, you've used too much. Moisture, like, we have no idea what moisture is. And because we've been product junkies for so long, we're confused. Like, go look it up. This is the definition of moisture. I am not making this up. Moisture is not water as it pertains to the hair. Different things have different properties on different surfaces. For example, like eating an onion, oh my God, it's like I can't eat salad without it. It's so good for me, and it doesn't hurt me at all. But I bet you if I took some of that onion juice and put it in my eyeball, it won't feel good. It's different. It's a different surface. It's gonna have a different effect. So that is something that I want everybody to think about. You had DHT question on the screen, but you skipped it. I'll go back to it in a minute. We got a lot to get into. One day, can you do the topic about DHT and how to reset your hair, please? So, Carol, I do have my own private platform. I don't go into DHT on here because I go into it deep within Guru VIP. Within Guru VIP, not only do I talk about DHT, they have they know how to make a DHT blocking glyceride. They have a whole, I want to say, if any Guru VIP members are in here, I think the DHT lecture is like an hour and 45 minutes. And it's nothing like this. Because in Guru VIP, nobody's arguing with me, but I'm not saying this. I don't mean it like that. Like, it's just a different energy. It's just like all lecture, like, hello guys. Like, it's a different type of energy. Yeah, I love y'all, but some information I get for free, no problem. Some stuff I can't. And that's one of the things that you can get on Guru VIP. So what do you suggest for moisturizing your hair? So this is the thing. If your hair patterns are followed properly, you'll notice that you don't need to add anything else to moisturize your hair. And I'm not being rude. I use my channel and my videos for an example. Like, most of the time, like, even though, like, if I straighten my hair, I would want it to last for 2 weeks. But it can never last 2 weeks because my follicle is not blocked in any way, shape, or form. And I have an overactive sebaceous gland. So my hair is so oily by the end of the week, I don't need moisture. Moisture is coming directly from your scalp. So if your hair is dry and you need moisturize, then make sure that the natural moisturizer being produced within your body right now is able to come out. That's what I suggest. You will never hear me suggest a product to you to increase moisture retention in your hair. Why? Because your natural moisturizer is coming from your follicle, and if it's not prevalent, it's because either you're doing something wrong, your diet is off, a product that's blocking your follicle, you haven't detoxed your scalp in a long time. There's so many different factors that can go into it. But I don't have a product suggestion for you, my love, for you to increase moisture. My suggestion for you to increase moisture is to unblock your follicle so that your sebaceous gland can release the oil that is being produced within your follicle. Because again, moisture is classified as water or other vapors. Like the moisture is the sebum. So if the sebum isn't coming out, it's something blocking it. Figure out what's blocking the sebum, remove the thing that's blocking the sebum, and you won't have a problem with moisture. I hate when my conditioner has heck of slip. I ain't trying to have my shower turn into an ice skating ring. And my thing, and I'm not being rude, but babe, you should never have enough conditioner out of the bottle for your floor to be slippery. Like condition, we use too much products. That's why you never hear me say anything bad about product lines per se, because I don't think they're doing anything wrong. I think it's all consumer error. Like everybody's using way too many products, way too much product in each setting, and then complaining about products being overpriced. Not you. I'm just saying. All right, let's get through these last slides. I'm gonna take questions and then we can go. Hold on, I need some more juice. Hold on. Bill, can you give me some more juice? Please hurry, I'm live and they can hear me being fat. And can you put ice in it too? They can hear me asking for juice. That's why you have kids. I got my uterus cut open twice, so when I need juice, I just ask my daughter to give it. Okay, sorry, y'all. I needed juice. Lay your questions down as you come in. I think we done, actually. So we talked about moisture already. We talked about Frizz and what Frizz was. We talked about OLAPLEX and the difference between OLAPLEX and K18. Let me know. Give me a 3 if you were in here. Give me a 3 if you were not in here when I told you guys. Oops, somebody just joined Guru VIP. Hello, welcome to the family. Let me know if you were in here where I showed you guys the proof that OLAPLEX and K18 are owned by the same parent company. Like, it stopped with the videos. K18 versus OLAPLEX. It's stupid. It's stupid. I'm nosy. What are the 6? Oh, no. Okay, so you guys know, I'm not going to spill all the tea. But your girl is opening up an apothecary. I'm not telling you the name of it yet because it's a surprise and it's so freaking cute. It's like it's a play on another word with my name in it, but I'm not telling you right now, I'm just not. But those are some of the candles that are going to be in the apothecary. Kristen, I just saw. Welcome to the family. I will let me know if you want me to share the screen and show you how to get to all of your content while we on here. Let me know, boo, and I got you. Is this why when I go a while without washing, it does better? What does better? Your hair does better? What you mean? What does better? Yo, Scott, I mean, I know you're talking about your hair, but what exactly? Oh, you're excited. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Oh, oh! My daughter is trying to take me out. Give me a blue towel. On live in front of people. Oh my God. In front of people. Oh my God. It's stressful. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got juice on my arm. Okay. It was running down my arm. Yes, please show me. There's so much content on here. Listen. And we're going to get back to our lesson here because I love y'all, YouTube. But she's within Guru VIP right now. She just joined while we were on here. And now she's in like, girl, please show me. Yes, because it is so much content in here. So the way things work, well, actually, don't leave. Don't leave into the end, and then I'm gonna hop into the portal here on the computer after the screen with you, and get to everything. But to finish answering your question, these are. I'm just showing you one of the test sample candles. So this one has rose petals in it. Oh, it smells like heaven. Yes, it does. Smells like heaven. So these, I'm not telling you the scents right now, but some have roses in them and some have eucalyptus plants in them and hibiscus. Some of them do. So those are two different blends, but we're working on some other ones. So guys, thank you so much for asking. Okay, you a member of. Okay, so if you're a member of VIP and you need to find the DHT, you just have to search. Like, okay, let me show you, real quick. Y'all gonna have to give me a second to log in because I don't have it open right now. I didn't plan on doing this. Okay, here we go, y'all. I just got to share the screen for a minute, player. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I have to present it, so hold on. I have to share this damn screen. Okay. So imagine you are on the home page of my website. Take this comment off. I love y'all, but okay. So this is my website, right? Oh crap. Hold on, y'all. I wasn't prepared yet. Sorry, guys. But things are coming. Things are getting crack-a-lacking. Wait a minute. I gotta get on the right screen, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. One second. It's just the BS. All right. So now that we are on the home page of my website. So imagine, again, this is for my Guru members, right? So you are on the home page of my website. To get to all of the Guru content, all of it, all right, what you're going to do is click, you see up here, first it says home, then it says herbal apothecary, it says enter Guru, because you a Guru now once you sign up. So the initial box, the initial where it says click down Guru is where you can get to everything at one time, and this is all the individual portals on their own. But just click here where it says enter Guru. All right. Once you click here, you will be here automatically, so you can get to know the other members. Just really, and I'm not saying y'all ain't reading, but I mean just really like look through everything that's here, right? And you can, it's everything is really self-explanatory, I promise. So you can get to know other members. You just click here, and I'm just not gonna click here because I don't know if my members want everybody on my YouTube seeing their picture, so I'm not gonna do that. But you would click here to get to know other members, talk to people, get to know people. That's me. And then next up, we have a group, right? So it's super important that you join the group. So that way, if you have any ideas, so for example, like how I'm in here on the live right now, if you're a part of Guru VIP, this is what you have with your membership. So let's say we in here, you asked a question that I didn't get to, or maybe you feel like I went over it fast. I didn't go into too much detail because I'm not going to go. And I ain't being a smart ass, but you know, I'm not going into that much detail on here. Excuse me. So you would click here and you would go to the group. I'm not going to it right now because it is some stuff that I don't want people not paying to see. But if you want to get to our group, you click here, you get inside the group, ask me questions, make your requests, talk to each other, do anything, right? And so it's Send Dial TV. Send Dial TV has 3 different portals. So we have Guru One-on-One TV. This is what you get with the basic $9.99 membership. Then Guru Elite TV. This is what you get with the next level up. And then Guru VIP. This is what you get with the next level up. Now with Guru VIP, you get access to everything on the website. And then the Guru blog. So the blog is where you enter and you can read up on the detail of everything that we have, like in grave detail. Business Guru One-on-One is the portal where I teach everything on how I built my brand, how I was able to grow my business to the place that I did as it pertains to me being a cosmetologist, and how I was able to convert that and retire by the age of 28 and work for myself. All right. So yeah. And then on top of that, if you have any questions or concerns, if you get confused, you can always hit me up and I'm right here. Give me a couple of tools if you want me to show you exactly what you can see on these portals, and then we'll move on. Just give me a 2. And if y'all don't want to see it, then I'm not going to talk y'all to death about it. I don't want you to feel like, why she ain't got us looking at this? Why she got us looking at this? Okay, so let's go ahead. So you would click here to see Guru One-on-One TV. And then once you get on here, I look crazy in these videos. Here are the video content. Here is the video content for Guru One-on-One, plus the blog, which we'll head over to in a second. And honestly, to be real, when we're talking about Guru VIP and stuff like that, the way that I do my content, it's nothing like here on YouTube. Like it's real class. Like it's real life class. So if you are a person who is just like, okay, I just want that one, and I'm not being rude, but if you're like, oh, I just need that one video on DHT, my videos don't work like that. Like, I really recommend you going all the way to the bottom, which I'll show you in a second, going all the way to the bottom and starting over and just looking through all of the content, because I literally, on Guru VIP, I give you everything that I've been studying throughout my career, throughout my life. So it's all there. And then on Guru Elite, I know you guys have probably noticed that the hundreds of videos that used to be here from me doing hair and stuff like that, like they're not here anymore because they are all on Guru Elite. All of those hundreds of videos are over here. All right, they over here. So I'll talk y'all to death about this, but then we here for Guru VIP, then we're leaving. Again, we head over to Enter Guru, and this is constantly how you can always get to all of your content. All right. When you click on Guru VIP is where all of my major scientific content is, like major scientific content. This last video here, Guru VIP question and answer, this is from somebody who did what I told y'all to do. She went within the group and she asked a question, and I made a video for her right away. Like she asked it on the 14th that night, and then on the 15th that morning she had this video. So that's how it goes. But there's so many videos here. I have locks, like literally so many different things right now. I'm going to play it. I'm gonna try to turn the sound off. So here, they're learning how to make herbal glycerites. So it's some stuff. Like it's some stuff. They're learning how to make their own herbal glycerites, and glycerites are super dope because they are the things that, like, when you look on the bottle and it says, "Oh, with coconut oil or with aloe or with all of that," it's because they made a glycerite first. All right, and then they use that as an additive for products. So that is something that I really, really do love about Guru, because there's so many different videos here, you guys. And as it pertains to DHT, you guys, like, I'm telling you, look, I'm gonna just go down as far as I can and then we can get off of here. But as you can see, these videos have never been seen by YouTube. And then there are a lot of the full edits of videos are on here. Like this video on YouTube is like 15 minutes, but the full 53 minutes is here. Mechanical damage, like it's a 59-minute lecture on that. Literally everything, how to select the best hairstyles, literally everything you guys ask me that I don't necessarily answer here on YouTube is answered over here. All right. So as it pertains to DHT, I really recommend you just going all the way to the beginning. And like the videos like this one that says there's no easy way, this is one that breaks down everything. So whenever you see something that has like all of these intricate pictures and stuff, and it's a 30-minute lecture, those are the videos that you will notice that have a whole lot more scientific content. All right. So when we're talking about DHT, y'all, that's gonna boo. There are hundreds of videos on here. So you're gonna have to really like look for those videos, but I recommend going all the way back. So when we're talking about the hair growth triple threat, here is when I'm teaching so many different botanicals that you can use. Like there's so much content, you guys. I really recommend just go all the way to the bottom, right? And start from scratch. Go all the way to the bottom and start with like some of my very, very first videos on the topic. And then, see, here we go, right here. Here we go. You see what I mean? You got to keep scrolling. It's right here. Powerful DHT blocker. Stop balding and thinning now. Like it's right here. You know, round brushing 101, moisture versus hydration, shelting versus clarifying shampoo. Like y'all, literally everything you could possibly think of is right on here. Scientific brushing 101. I break it down. Like literally every scalp detox basics, everything you could possibly think of is here. So yeah, I really hope that answered your question a little bit more. Hope it helped you to see how to maneuver the Guru VIP content. But that's why I wanted to come on here today and give you all some attention, because I love you, YouTube. That's how stuff got cracking like it with YouTube. So I never want y'all to feel like I'm not paying attention. But as you can see, I'm still creating a whole lot of content, like a whole lot of content. Oh, excuse me. And with Guru VIP, you have access to all of the portals. So the Guru 101, the Guru Elite, and the Guru 101 blog. All right. So I love you guys. Yes, babe. I'll keep it up. But do me a favor. No, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it up. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta do me a favor, girl. I'll keep it up. So that's pretty much it. Today, I just wanted us to talk about these few things. There is a difference between keratin treatments and relaxers. Keratin treatments and relaxers are not the same thing in any way, shape, or form. One puts a protective, well, I don't want to say protective, one puts a artificial keratin, an artificial compound that mimics keratin on the hair shaft as a sealant. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just telling you what it is. It's a sealant. All a keratin treatment is doing is sealing the cuticle. That is it. That is all. That is it. That is all. That's it. And it was meant initially for people who with frizzy hair. And the people that it was constructed for originally were washing their hair every day, so it wasn't a big deal. All right, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't last that long. By the end, by 8 weeks, that's why they go in every 8 to 10 weeks, because at the end of 10 weeks, it's time to get some more because they wash most of it off because they're washing their hair at least every 2 days. But it's a lot different for somebody who is washing their hair once every couple weeks, once every couple months, wearing their hair braided. Somebody was like, oh, if I wear my hair plaited all the time, would that make a difference? It's like, no. That makes it even worse. If your hair is always braided and you're not going to touch it, what are you putting a coating on top of it for? Sorry for what? I ain't even see nothing, boo. I ain't seen nothing. All right, so that's the difference. And then when we're talking about a relaxer is something that is breaking down the whole chemical structure of your hair shaft and then restructuring, like giving it a whole new formation, right? And that can go very wrong too if a person who doesn't know what they're doing is doing it. If the scalp isn't based properly, and you guys, if you want to see the thing about relaxers causing cancer, all of that, I did a full lecture on that already. I'll leave it in the description box. But it's BS. Yeah. And then we already went over porosity and who should get keratin treatments based on porosity. As I'm going through the things that we went over, at any point in time, if you get confused or anything and you want me to go back, then do so. Everybody wants to argue about K18 and OLAPLEX and whether or not one is better than the other, but both brands are owned. Okay, they are a part of the same parent company. So understand, it's not going to be two brands that do the same exact thing. Even the people who own it, right? They said that the science behind each product is different. Said the science behind the products is different. They're different. They do two completely different things. You cannot compare two things that are nothing alike to each other. They have two completely different motives. Two completely different motives. So you can't compare the two. It is idiotic and it is a publicity stunt, which they tell you in the blog post that I read. I mean, not that I wrote, in the blog post that I linked in the description box. They tell you straight up, like, hey, TikTokers made it super popular. On TikTok and on social media, y'all started the argument OLAPLEX versus K18. K18 and OLAPLEX not beefing. OLAPLEX not competing with K18, and K18 ain't competing with OLAPLEX because both brands are a part of the same parent company. They all in it together. One isn't better than the other. They work together. What you mean? So, again, let's stop all of this stuff. When you see somebody K18 versus OLAPLEX, K18 is so much better than OLAPLEX. K18 taking over from OLAPLEX. Hey, they are part of the same parent company. And both products, the science behind them are very different. This is coming directly from the people who put their money into it. What are we talking about? Know when you're being played. That's why I constantly make videos like this, so you guys can know the difference between the real and somebody trying to get views and clicks, because there's a difference, y'all. And my motive and my intention for this video is to just show y'all the science behind stuff so y'all can find the right things to focus on. We about to go ahead, throw a question or two up in here before we go. I'm going to go ahead and filter through the rest. But again, take screenshots of whatever you need to screenshot. Google it yourself, because at this point, it's at a place where the majority of the time I am on my own platform on Guru VIP creating content over there, because it is exhausting. It is exhausting. I love y'all so much, but it is so exhausting to keep going back and forth. It's like whenever they think of something new to make everybody argue about, everybody just follow suit and do it. Everybody just randomly like, come on, let's argue about this. And it's so dumb. Every time. So if you're watching this video, every single time you see that, know that is more to it. They're not just trying to get you to try a product because it's better. It's about money. Because Olaplex and K18 are owned by the same parent company. What are we doing? Why do you think they're not fighting? Why do you think they're not arguing? Why do you, like, they don't beef? Y'all beef. These brands are not beefing with each other. They're not. Now, obviously, you're going to have to understand what this means, right? It grew quickly, and they went public with an IPO. I own stock in Olaplex. I started, like, buying stocks and stuff a couple years ago. I own stock in Olaplex. So you have to understand exactly what that means, but it's a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper than the way that they try to make everything. And if we really learn the science of stuff and we stop arguing and going back and forth, like, we won't look crazy. But like, they just watching the videos go up on YouTube of everybody arguing about what product is better than the other, and they don't care. They sitting with each other toasting. Olaplex and K18, people probably sitting up toasting while y'all like, one's better. And it's so ignorant. Because even in my last video, you got all of these hairstylists like, you stupid. No, you don't know what you're talking about. This is better. It's like, no, it's not. Again, even the owners, even the people who own the majority of the stock, saying that these are the science behind both of these products are different. They're nothing alike. You can't, it's apples and oranges. One prevents the damage from happening and repairs the bonds. One only repairs the bonds with particles that aren't small enough to go past your conditioner. If you put conditioner in your hair, the polypeptide, their patent polypeptide is not small enough to make it through conditioner. It's good, but it's not better than Olaplex because Olaplex molecule is gonna make it through your conditioner. It'll work better without it, but it can make it through it. But anywho, what do you want me to talk about? Or actually, you can rewind it, boo. All I really said, because I love you, but I don't want to do all of that again. K18 is a polypeptide. It's a patent polypeptide, and it only works after your hair is damaged. And the polypeptide is not small enough to make it through conditioner, so it only works on hair that hasn't been conditioned. So if you shampoo and condition your hair and you put K18 on it, it's not going to work. The molecule will not work on top of conditioner. Not mixed in with conditioner. I mean, if you wash your hair, rinse the shampoo out, condition your hair, rinse the conditioner out, K18 won't work because it's a polypeptide that is not small enough to make it through anything. It can't even make it through the conditioner, which I'm not talking bad about it, right? But that's what it is. It's a polypeptide. It's polypeptide technology. It's a patent polypeptide technology. It's a difference. Olaplex is a molecule. This molecule works before the product that you're using even works. So K18 only works after the damage is already done. Whereas when you mix Olaplex 1, when you mix that with your color, with your hair color, so let's say you using 40 volume developer and Joyco lightener. All right, you got to mix the Joyco lightener and that 40 developer. And then once you mix the 40 developer and the lightener in together and the powder in together, then once it's mixed good, then you take a certain measurement. It has to be a certain type of measurement. You take that certain measurement and then you put it inside of that mixture. Once you put that on the hair, Olaplex starts to multiply bonds faster than the color is going to start pulling pigment from your hair. So to compare K18 to Olaplex makes no sense because it's two completely different technologies. And not only are they two completely different technologies, both brands are a part of the same parent company. All right. And the people who own it, or the not who own it, but the people who have the majority of stock in it, said that the science is completely different behind each brand. It's completely different. All right. So that's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about. The science behind each product is very different. So all across social media, they're like, oh, K18 is better than Olaplex. No, it's not. And the people who own it don't even say that one is better. There are two. The science behind each product is different. One only works to relink bonds back together once they're already broken, but they do absolutely nothing as it pertains to prevention. And vice versa. Is one better than the other? Is dependent on the professional that's using it and what you're trying to accomplish. In my professional opinion, no. If one product can do A, B, C, D, and the other product can do A and B, that's a dumb question. Anyway, hope that answer. And then I went a little deeper before, but that is it, you guys. I'm going to leave all of the information to everything in the description box below. I'm going back up, but I don't see no questions down below, so we gonna be out of here. Oh, I'm lying. Single strand knots. Did y'all want to talk about that? Does anybody want to talk about single strand knots? DHT, like I said, I can't talk about DHT because on Guru VIP, it's a whole lecture on DHT. I got a long lecture on DHT and how to fix it and everything, so I can't. Well, I'm just not saying this. I'm sorry, boo. I'm excited about all your herbal content. I recently bought a bunch of herbs. I have a huge bag of butterfly tea I have to use, but once it's gone on my ears. Ooh, yay! And listen, if you have a bag of herbs right now, what I need you to do is go get you some vegetable glycerin, but make sure you get food grade. But you're a part of Guru VIP, so watch that video. And it's gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to get and where to get it from. And go with the Guru 101 blog, and it gives you a full long printout on exactly what it is, what the glycerin does, how to use it, the measurements, everything is in there, boo. Everything. It is my pleasure. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. My next video will be up either tomorrow afternoon or Tuesday afternoon. And I don't want to lie to you, because most likely it's gonna be Tuesday. I've been trying to make Mondays like my filming day and really being off for the weekend. Even though I'm talking to y'all right now, I don't feel like I'm working. Thus no eyebrows. But excuse but tomorrow is gonna be like my real filming and editing day. All right. So I'm watching it tonight. I can't wait. Oh, yes. And then remember, don't forget, boo, join our group, because when you join the group, anytime you write within the group, the notification comes to my phone like a text message. So if I'm not doing that, in which I probably ain't gonna be doing shit, if I'm not doing that, then I answer the videos, like your videos, the comments almost right away. Single strand knots. So what do you want to know about single strand knots? Don't get mad at me. If we talk about single strand knots real quick, drop a 3 if I can be myself, if I can speak frankly, because I want to get through this, and because I got to cook dinner, and I don't want nobody to get mad at me. And you see my face getting oily and stuff. You see it. You see it getting oily. Single strand knots are split ends. Don't get mad at me. Single strand knots are split ends. And the only way to get rid of your single strand knots are to get rid of your split ends. And the only way to get rid of your split ends is to cut them. I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it 100. Let Kristen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore. I didn't mean to switch. Kristen, we go together now. Like when you in Guru VIP, and listen, whether you take advantage or not, because I ain't gonna lie, everybody does not take advantage. It's like 4 or 5 people within Guru VIP that to really take advantage, but for the most part, that means people don't take advantage. Girl, you better take advantage. I'm for real. Like when we get off of here, I have like two comments to answer, and then when it comes to the Guru, when it comes to the Guru VIP content, I'm like I'm so myself, and I don't feel necessary to like have to edit and have stuff perfect. So like let's say you doing your hair or something and you run into an issue, if you are a Guru VIP, you can go into the group and be like, girl, I don't know what I did wrong. This leave-in conditioner ain't working the way that you said it was gonna work. Like, what did I do? What do I do? And then I walk you through it. Like I make videos, I get my phone and be like, girl, no. Put that down. Don't like we do it all the time. That's what it is. So that's the type that's why a lot of times you won't see me on here making as much content because it's over there. Because I don't have to argue. I don't have to go back and forth with people. That's not true. That's not right. Like over on Guru VIP, it's not like, oh hell send out. No. And it's not, oh, I'm the guru. Everybody becomes their own guru. Like you'll notice when I go live, a lot of the people that are like answering questions and giving y'all the tea in the comments are Guru VIP members because they know the human body just like I do now. You know what I mean? I think me and my daughter will join. Yeah, you should. We be in here. And so make sure I love you too. So make sure if you didn't see it, that you go ahead and rewind back so you can see like exactly how to access all the content. But please, everybody listen to the sound of my voice. If you join Guru VIP, I am begging you, when you sign up, write, have a pen and paper out and write down the email password that you use when you sign up. If you lose your email and your password, girl, I cannot figure it out. You know why? It protects you. Because when you pay for the membership, all of your information is stored within your own profile that only you have access to. So if I can get in your account all willy nilly, that means I got your card number. I don't. It's an automatic system. So I am begging you, write down your login information. Save it to your phone or your desktop. You know how like it give you the option to save. Save it, goddamn it. You hear me? Save. Nah. Shit. OV. All of them there. Don't get annoyed. I will not get annoyed with you. I promise. I will not get annoyed with you. I promise. That is what Guru VIP is about. It's like something I'm so passionate about because I can like really teach without like, it's not her rice nipple juice. Put it on the rice nipple. How we hang our head upside down and make our hair grow with like I don't have to do none of that. All I have to do is teach the science. Nobody's hopping on one foot, farting and blinking twice to make their hair grow. Like we just all science. So you will not annoy me. I have not had single strand knots since I started keeping my ends trimmed. Absolutely. I gotta get my coins in order before I come into Guru VIP. Listen, and it's no rush. Do it at your own leisure. And even if you want to do Guru 101, Guru 101 is the same thing. Guru 101, you can still ask questions and I still respond in video form with Guru 101, which is the $9.99 membership, but it just won't be as long. The responses won't be as long. The videos may be like 5 minutes versus an hour. It's my pleasure. I love you guys so much. So again, if you want to join Guru 101, Guru Elite, or Guru VIP, all the information will be left in the description box below. If you need to know how to access and you already are a member, just, save that little clip. I love you guys so much. And until my next one,